what your thick neck wife do or your buff neck girlfriend. I don't care what they do. What I don't do is I don't date men who spend their time playing video games. I don't date men who spend their time playing video games. I don't date men who spend their time playing video games. I don't. And I haven't in over a decade.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. And today we're going to be doing another discussions type video. The last discussion was with a woman who was talking about how women are not enough. Like, they force men into monogamy, but they are not enough to fulfill that man's desire and everything like that. Be sure to check that video out. And this discussion is going to be talking about a woman by the name of Nique Cherry. Now, there has been quite the discussion with the release of the PS5 and people talking about men who play video games and, you know, all kind of opinions about it. Some people feel like it's irresponsible to buy a gaming system that costs $800 to $1,000. And they feel like, you know, if you buy in this system, you ain't got your priorities straight. Some people feel as though it's no big deal. Let boys be boys and let them have their hobby. And then you have Nique, who feels as though she would not date any man who has a PS5, or not a PS5, but any man who plays video games. Now, I reposted this video on my Instagram, and if you are not on my Instagram, it's definitely time to go hit the follow, because I post videos on there that I don't necessarily always transfer onto my YouTube channel. Now, I posted her video on my Instagram, and it caused quite the stir with the guys. They were very upset with what she had to say, but I'm going to let y'all hear what she had to say for yourselves, and you tell me how you feel about it. But she feels like, you know, men should not be playing video games, and she is not going to date a man that does. So let me pull up the video again. Her name is Nique Cherry. I think I'm saying it right, hopefully. She said, P.S. what? I stopped dating men who play video games 10 years ago. The men I date play the stock market and plays to win. So that is what she said in the caption. And let's hear what she said in the video, okay? And like I said, it got a lot of messages on my Instagram, and we're going to go through some of those. But first, let's play what she has to say.
On my way, let's get into it real quick, because I'm on my way to downtown Atlanta. So what I said on my post was that me, right? I don't know what your thick neck wife do or your buff neck girlfriend. I don't care what they do. What I don't do is I don't date men who spend their time playing video games. I don't. And I haven't in over a decade. I don't give a if you know how to multitask, put your fucking finger in your ass and play a video game at the same fucking time. That's your business. I never said you couldn't do both, and I don't really care if you can. And to be quite honest with you, here's what the issue is. So let's get a couple of things out the way, because I know there's going to be a bunch of little boy girls coming on here, you know, with their frustrations to tell me, you know, what they don't like about me. And I don't like your hair. I don't like your makeup. You look like a man. I'm saying it in baby talk, because that's how they sound when I see that dumb shit on my Facebook post. Yeah, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? You're just a woman. You wear weaves. So let's get all shit out the way, because every time I bring up a conversation that's of an adult level, I always have to be drawn back down to these very juvenile, very silly ass motherfucking conversations, you know. So the fact that you play video games and that's your response to me not wanting to do that, then it makes perfect sense that you respond the way that you do. You should be playing video games with your 2-year-old motherfucking caps and comebacks, you know? I don't like your hair, and you ugly, and your mama and all that stupid shit. Okay, fine. Did you get it out your fucking system? And if anybody comes on here later, which they will, bye bitch, you're nothing. Meg Thee Stallion plays video games, you know, all that kind of dumb shit. When they come on here with all that, can y'all just either, you know, copy and paste what I just said, so these motherfuckers know we've already addressed that dumbass shit, so that we can move on to a conversation that's a little bit higher level, that somebody who does play PS2 and PS3 and PS4 and PS5 all motherfucking day can't really Understand? You know what I mean? Instead of you using your thumbs to roll your motherfucking weed and play your video games, thumb your ass on to the next video and don't even bother me, because this not conversation not for you if you can't get it. So, all right, let's talk about it. So here's my issue in general with what I said. So if you are a business person and you understand how things work, you understand that anytime your mind is placed anywhere else, whether that's social media or whatever the fuck it may be, it is a distraction, right? So here's what I found extremely interesting today. Now, I said that, these dudes playing video games and they talking about we could do both, but here's what I find. All of a sudden, motherfuckers was rich as hell. Oh, I do the stock market and I do this, and I was astonished at how many wealthy motherfucking men that we had to play video games. It was staggering. The numbers were astronomical. Now, if this post was about paying child support, them same motherfuckers would be frustrated about the fact that they had to provide for their children. Why? You multitasking around this. So I need you to multitask with playing the game, paying your taxes, and taking care of your fucking kids, if that's what you fucking doing. Because all of a sudden, I never seen so many rich niggas in my life. And by rich, according to them, it's $100,000 a year. Let's get that understood too, okay? So, fine. If your definition of wealth is $100,000 a year, then go ahead, Bill Gates. Do what you do. But here's the problem that I have with all of this bullshit, okay? First of all, video games are 100% a distraction. But let's say, for the sake of your argument, that we're going to talk about the fact that people actually make money doing them. I don't want to hear about people making money doing them if you're not one of them fucking people. Number one, I don't want to hear about people making money playing these video games. Again, if you are not making money playing these video games, the second thing was, and if you are not a creator of these video games, right? So if you are not creating an opportunity, nor are you monetizing, like, don't say to me, look, you bum bras that come on here talking about me and I'm on social media. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about, because Nique gets paid off of social media. You understand what I'm saying? Because what I would not be doing is sitting around like your musty, crusty coming on somebody else's post who do get paid, talking about what they doing on social media. No, what the fuck you doing on social media? Don't question my motives, right? I am very clear about my intentions. That's why on here you see my website, so that you can go click the link and buy some shit and get some knowledge and learn some shit and grow your ass. Because what I also posted on this page was information about how to invest in tax liens, and I ain't see now one of you gamers on there neither. I don't see none of y'all musty weed head asses on there having nothing to do with investing in real estate. You get what I'm saying? I don't see none of y'all talking about that. You skip right over that post, and then you bring your musty, crusty crab over to my post looking like a gnome, talking about who looked like a boy. Like, if I just want to touch on that real quick. Can we?
Oh my god.
If you think that Nique looks like a boy, fine. I don't know what type of boys you be around. Here's my thinking around that. If you think that I look like a boy because of these eyelashes, right? What that tells me is one or two things. One, you've been spending a little bit too much time in Atlanta messing with boy girls. That's the first thing, because you don't even know the difference between what a man looks like and what a woman looks like. So that concerns me. That concerns me about you. So you think that it concerns you about me? It actually concerns me about you, that you actually don't know the difference between the two. Because regardless of what, I don't give a goddamn how much makeup a nigga got on. I know that's a man. So if you're confused, then what you need to do is pull your little wee-wee out of his tail and go ahead and get your life together, okay? Because men and women are different, and there are distinct differences. And if you don't know them differences, then that's on you and the time you spending in Atlanta. Okay, enough said about that. But I just want to skip over a bunch of things and get to this point, because I actually have something serious to say about all of it, okay? So, again, these video games are a serious distraction. We are not, as a community as a whole, we are not invested in the gaming community, meaning that we are not producing games. We're only consumers of it, like we are with many other things. And I know you dudes are like, well, you buy heroin. God, y'all got to grow the fuck up. Jesus fucking Christ. God, you talk about Trump. I bet that motherfucker ain't around here talking about who wearing hair extensions. Y'all conversation is so motherfucking low. It's so low. It's so low. Let me tell you something. If you think that black women is buying too much hair, let me tell you what you got to do. You got to do like the Asian men do. They go and they buy beauty supply stores and they sell this shit. So what I can tell you about black women is that I know a whole bunch of them that do well over $1 million a year, and even more that do $250,000 a year, far past your six figures that you keep talking about, right? They do far more than $250,000 a year selling hair extensions, doing hair, and making wigs. So the thing is that what women are trying to tell you that you seem to be incomprehensible about is the fact that, okay, you're playing video games. You're playing video games. You're playing video games. You're not participating in the commerce that creates wealth in any motherfucking community. And I'm tired of you talking about women can't have an input when nigga build us a whole fucking city and then you write all the motherfucking rules, you make all the laws, and then you put us on that. Do that. Instead of sitting your ass on the internet talking about you ugly. Why don't you spend your time doing something that's going to create increase like we do, that's going to create increase for the community as a whole. So, you know, I have a serious issue with the amount of energy that you dudes put into arguing with women on the internet, and then the validity of my conversation is based on whether I have a nigga or not. I don't never discuss whether I have a man or not, and I find it very odd and very weird that that's even what difference does that make? You know what I mean? Did your mama have a man? No. You know why I know? Because you don't act like a man. That means that there was no daddy around. That means that there was an absentee situation going on in your own goddamn household. All I'm saying is do better, bruh. Do better. And I date men who do better. That's just what it is. And it ain't about me gold digging. What the f is gold? Wait a minute. The fact that you even equate the fact that I don't date men who play video games to gold digging, as if there's nothing else that a man can do, as if a man's only accomplishments are associated with his ability to turn into a motherfucking Super Saiyan.
I'm gonna pause her right there. I'm gonna just go ahead and stop it right there. So that is what she feels about men who play video games. She says that she wouldn't date a guy who played video games, and she was clapping back at the people who had a problem with her saying that she desires a man who does not indulge. Now, when I reposted her video, she commented on my Instagram, which is Nique@Nite_. Follow me on there or subscribe. What is it? Follow, like, whatever on my Instagram. If you are not already. She commented and she said, "Thank you for sharing my content, sis. I just have no issue in addressing these emotionally neglected boys. They can agree or they can disagree. The real problem is many of them suffer from arrested development and are completely incapable of having a structured debate without falling apart. Either way, I appreciate the share and the dialogue, even from my haters." So I replied to her and I said, you sparked up quite the dialogue because the boys are mad. She said, LOL, they're always mad. I just wish that energy went into rebuilding the community and not these effing useless comments. Nice platform, by the way. Thanks, girl. And then, so some of the guys chimed in and they were not happy about it and they started replying to her. And someone said, it seems like you need to be more focused on what you want to improve as opposed to others. Degraded others will not better your life. Okay? And then somebody says, okay, I'm glad you brought this out for the fact that these people need to know that they are just dating and marrying little boys who don't know the difference between real life and video games. Therefore, we women become their moms, cleaning and cooking and taking care of the business that they both should share. Okay? So that is what that person said on there. Mind you, there was a lot of comments and dialogue on here. This person says, video games is nothing more than a hobby, and I do both. All right, and this was actually sent in by this subscriber right here. She says, she is hilarious. Who calls people gnomes and gargoyles? Seriously, I think the message is getting missed in her delivery. I could tell she really wants to promote Black prosperity and independence. She wants a man who is equal in her thoughts, focusing on building wealth. I think anything, be it gaming, golf, watching TV, herding, etc., that distract from that is not her preference. Just don't belittle others who strive for mediocrity. Okay, so Deontay Towner says, I think it's funny how people pick apart people that play video games, but some of y'all be on your phone all day. Let people live. If people choose to spend their money on grooming products and others spend it on video games, that's their choice. Not everything needs to be debated. I hate this whole purity complex people have on social media. Attitude says she's retarded. And then Stevie says, I play both. It don't mean ish. Do her ass play the stock market and maybe the end might be interested investing in other ish. Sometimes you women just need to shut the hell up. Shut up, Stevie. Okay, and so a reckless gentleman says, she has every right to choose what type of man she wants. At Nico, saying blacks don't produce video games, shaking my head. It's called coding. She never heard of at Antoine Digital or Greg Digital. These brothers teach kids how to code to make games. That's the dumb ish I hate from black people. We have people on the front lines. We have black-owned schools. Even Derek Grace 2 is about to drop a game he paid to use the same coding as Grand Theft Auto. Shaking my head. My brother played games. He owned 3 houses and retired, collect money on real estate. Shaking my head. You can play games, enjoy your life. Just don't waste time doing nothing. She got to do better. We have black-owned phone companies, Figure Wireless, and we have black-owned Tissue, Ultra Cosmic 9. We have black-owned gun manufacturer company, Surplus Arm. Shaking my head. She should take the weave out to help her think clear, and she would look better. Okay? And then another person says, I fully understand. I stopped playing games myself. I wasn't comfortable with my lifestyle, and I knew video games took away too much time, which is money. Nothing wrong with playing a game here and there, but that's not getting me any more successful in life. Okay? So another person says, I couldn't get past her talking about negative comments. That's her choice, but some of the richest ends play video games. I get it though, because when you're focused on your purpose, you really don't have time for it, but to each his own. Okay? And then there was several other comments made under the thread. If you want to go to my Instagram, you'll see the other comments about it. But I want to know what you guys feel about it. Do you feel as though it is immature for a guy to be playing video games at a certain age? Like, do you feel like it is immature for men to be playing video games? And women, do you date men who play video games? Let me know what you guys think about this situation down below. Let's talk about it down in the comment section. And I'll see you guys on the next video. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, well, you guys already know you got to hurry up and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell. And check out my description box below because it has my website, my Instagram, my Facebook, and everywhere else I am all around social media. All right? Thank you guys. Peace.